What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel for another tactical collaboration with the genius that is GYRFM. This is a highly requested shape that we have taken a look at today. It was one that was put out in FM21 and it's been tweaked in the most recent match engine to work completely seamlessly with FM22 in that winter update. It is a 3-5-2 or a 5-3-2, whichever way you look at it. 3 centre backs, 2 wing backs, 3 central midfielders, 2 strikers up top. We've tested this with a few teams and we're going to kick things off with Inter Milan. So guys, if you do like the tactical stuff, before we get into things and show you the reviews that we have done with different teams in the game, we've tested it with Inter, Sporting, Chelsea and obviously Swansea. This is the nice to meet you tactic based off of, you know, Swansea's own Michu back in the day. Please do drop a like on the video down below and subscribe to the channel. And whilst you're down there, go out and check out GYRFM. Links to his Twitter, his Twitch and his Discord will be also down in the description. But let's move in. This is the way that the tactic tested with Inter Milan. Inter Milan set up quite nicely for this particular shape. But as you can see, it's been a very successful season over in Inter. PS5 Super Cup winners, winning that one relatively comfortably, beating Juve in that final 2-1. If we go over to the Coppa Italia as well, this is very, very comfortable. 3-0 victors against Lazio. Knocked out in the first knockout round of the Champions League by Manchester City. Unfortunately getting beat 3-0 here, obviously winning one game 3-1, so going out 4-3 on aggregate to Man City. No mean feat there, but it's the domination of Serie A that is the most impressive in this one. If I expand the stages, you can kind of see everything here. 38 games played, 34 victories, 4 draws, 0 defeats. It went the entire season unbeaten. 110 goals scored is significantly more than everybody else in that division. You've also got the 23 goals conceded as well. This is a rock at the back. No huge surprises with a 5-back formation. Really does work wonders, giving it that plus 87 goal difference, 106 points in the league. Absolutely blowing everybody else out the water. As you can see, almost winning the league by 30 points over AC Milan. If we go into the data hub as well, you can kind of see this is the most impressive one. So you can kind of see the goals per game here, 2.89 average goals per game, doing very well in the expected goals against as well, 0.73, and doing really well. Nice shots per game ratio, expected goals per game super high, actual goals conceded per game is lower than the expected. Again, very good stuff. As I said, we've tested this with several other teams. Let's head on over to Portugal. So here we are in Portugal. We are at Sporting and it's been a pretty good season for them as well. Obviously, there's lots of domestic trophies available in Portugal. So it's won the Taça de Portugal placard. It won that one, knocked out in the semi-finals of the Alliance Cup, and also won the Super Taça Candido de Oliveira. Sure. Let's fingers crossed. I've hoped I've got that right. If not, let me know in the comment section. Knocked out in the Champions League, but they were in a group with Liverpool and AC Milan, then knocked out in the second knockout round of the Europa League by Real Betis. Again, not fully convincing, but you'd like to think that the team playing in La Liga is going to do much better. Relatively consistent in the league, though. Pedro Goncalves was the highest goal scorer for this Sporting side. 82 points to win that league. Again, if we expand the stages and we look at this league table, they're not necessarily the favourites to win the division. Sporting coming above Porto, Benfica, etc. But they have got the job done here. 27 victories, 1 draw, 6 losses, 94 goals scored this time around, 27 conceded. Obviously, you can kind of see the way that this tactic is set up. It does very well. 67 on the goal difference and giving them that 82 points, meaning they win the league by 4 points. Again, if we go onto the home screen, you can kind of see here Pedro Goncalves is the highest goal scorer, 26 goals for him, and Pablo Sarabia 27 assists for him. So you can kind of see this tactic does generate a lot of goal scoring opportunities, guys, so you can really see that it works. We know though a lot of you actually play the game in England, no huge surprise, so we've done some tests there. Let's head on over to Chelsea. So then, guys, we are over in London now. We are testing things with Chelsea, and if you haven't seen my video on Chelsea sanctions and the way that they can potentially look forward to FM23, please go and check out the video that's up on the screen now. It is on the channel. It is a really interesting video with a custom database brought to you by the amazing CTXCB, but that's not what you're here for. You're here for this tactic test, and as you can see, this is the competition screen for Chelsea with this tactic. A clean sweep of everything. Winners in that Carabao Cup final, beating Ipswich in the final. Fair play for Ipswich even getting there out of League One. Winners in the Emirates FA Cup final, beating Manchester United 4-1 in that final. Winning the UEFA Super Cup, obviously they take on Villarreal at the start of this season as Champions League winners versus Europa League winners. Also winners in that Champions League, beating PSG in that final, going back-to-back in the Champions League. Very, very nice. Then they go to the Premier League title and they manage to beat Liverpool to it by 1 point, managing to get over 100 goals scored, 29 victories, 4 draws, 5 losses. Very, very good again. Obviously, we know Chelsea can be a good team, and obviously with this tactic, they are a very, very good team. If we go into the data hub again and check out the general performance, much the same again. Goals per game is 2.68, and the goals conceded per game is 1.24. You could probably do some work to tighten this up. Obviously, we've seen some better stuff. Inter potentially have some better defenders, for instance, but you know, with these tactics, you really do have to give it time to bed in. Now, obviously, we've shown you that things have been pretty good with this tactic. Obviously, Lukaku, 40 goals for the boy, 26 assists for Mason Mount as well. But this is all about Michu. This is all about Swansea. Gareth, GYRFM, the creator, is a Swansea fan. We've tested it with the Swans. Let's go for it. So then, guys, we've landed in South Wales and we're talking about Swansea. They have managed to come out winners of the Sky Bet Championship. Now, this is very, very impressive. If I expand the stages again and we take a look at the league table, we don't really care about the domestic cup competitions because we know the elite level Premier League clubs win those, but they managed to get themselves promoted. 97 points in the Sky Bet Championship, 29 victories, 10 draws, 7 losses, 91 goals scored again. 50 goals conceded, but the championship season is a fair few games longer than some of the other seasons and other leagues that we have looked at. But again, very, very convincing in terms of that promotion, almost securing the automatic spots by 10 points by getting it by 9, and very, very much clear of those playoffs. If we go into the season preview, Swansea are 6-1 there. This has definitely changed. We know that they are not 6-1 to win the division at the start of the year, and you can see by their real life performance it's not as cut and dry as winning the league as it is in Football Manager. But let's break this tactic down. This is the 5-3-2 GYRFM. Nice to meet you. If you are on PC, there will be a download link in the description to FM Scout where you can download this tactic yourself and plug it straight into your tactics folder and get in and get you playing with this tactic. If you're not on PC or on Mac, obviously you can follow along with the steps I'm going to chuck in now, so you can basically make sure that you have everything as expected with this tactic. So in goal, we have a sweeper keeper on support. No additional instructions on this guy here. Then we have 3 centre backs, all with the exact same instructions. The additional instructions, guys, you can see which ones those are with the white cog and the red circle. So the additional instructions on all 3 centre backs actually is mark tighter. You can add the additional instructions by going on to the edit button here, and then the mark tighter button is just up here. Do that with all these and you'll be right as rain and ready to go. We have complete wing backs on both sides. You don't see a huge amount of this in this year's FM. I think sometimes it exposes you, not with this formation, but obviously they do add the nice width here. So they come with the instructions of roam from position, stay wider, get further forward, and run wide with the ball. Gareth has added the additional instructions on both sides of mark tighter, shoot less often, and cross from the byline. Now we move into the midfield 3, the slightly more defensive one of the two is the central midfield. He's right in the middle, central midfielder on support duties with the shoot less often added additional instruction, and the tackle harder. On the right hand side, you have a central midfielder on attack. Now lots of roles on this one, so make sure you pause the video, you get things exactly as it should be. So the standard instruction on a central midfielder on attack is get further forward. Lots has been added here. So it's got roam from position, shoot less often, dribble more, cross more often, take more risks, and more direct passes as well. So as I said, lots of additional instructions on the central midfielder on attack. The central midfielder on attack, you can do so much with it and tailor it in any which way that you want to. So please make sure you get all these instructions correct. Then we have a Mazzala on the left-hand side of the midfield 3 with the additional instructions of shoot less often, dribble more, and more direct passes. Up top, we have a deep line forward. This is the one that Gareth uses to link all the play together. Deep line forward on attack duty. They come with hold up the ball, take more risks, and move into channels. Then we have an advanced forward up top on attack duty with just move into channels, which comes with the role. We will go into the tactical style and stuff, everything as well, guys. But I will say, when you pick a team much like this, the tactical familiarity isn't going to be as high as this right off the bat. Please do make sure you give a tactic time to bed in. It really does take time. Give it a full pre-season if you can, Try not to switch things up in the middle of a season and expect instant results. The tactical style, guys, doesn't really matter. You can hit it on clean slate. As long as you follow all the other additional instructions that I'm about to give you now, that will be just all you need. If you go on to the mentality, the mentality is a attacking mentality, and in possession, this is kind of what you're looking to do. Fairly narrow attacking width, standard passing directness, and a higher tempo. We're hitting low crosses into the box, and we are running at the defense in terms of our dribbling style. In transition, though, we are counter pressing and we are countering when possession has been won. And in terms of our goalkeeper distribution, we will be distributing the ball to the centre backs, all three of them. Out of possession, even, you are using the offside trap. You are a much higher line of engagement, a higher defensive line, and obviously the standard defensive width. We are triggering the press much more often. It's all the way at the top, and we are preventing short goalkeeper distribution. And in terms of our tackling, we are on get stuck in. If you find that you are picking up a lot of yellow cards, guys, just be a little bit savvy with it. Just turn this off. It doesn't need to be on every single game, but I'd start with it, and then if you're picking up a lot of bookings, maybe turn it off. But this is the tactic, as I said. Give it some time to bed in. It will be a winner for you, so please do give this a go. If you have enjoyed this, please do drop a like on the video down below. As I said, if you are picking up the content for the very first time, please hit that subscribe button. There is a download link in the description to this tactic, as I said once more, and whilst you're down there, please do go and show Gareth some love. But until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you on another one very, very soon.